Okay, so can you read this sentence, please? This word, sorry.
Situationship.
Very good. Perfect. Perfect. And here's a definition in English. Not the definition. Here's a, yeah, explanation. Situationship is a situation plus relationship. As you know, the Korean language, we're using a lot of Konglish, Korean and English, Konglish. Yeah. And this is one of the very newest word in Korea, by the way. So before I giving you the meaning, can you guess what is this about?
Is it like um oh, what's it called? Like colleagues and stuff like that?
Colleague or something like that. Very interesting. We have a word for colleague actually. It's a good to know. Try to say 동료.
동료?
Very good. That's the word for colleague. So this is not really talking about the colleague, but actually, you know what? Kind of a similar as a colleague. Yeah. I'm gonna put this. Yeah. Colleague. Yeah. Yeah. Any other guessing?
Mm, no.
Situation relationship. So yes, this is talking about the relationship, but something about the situation. Okay. Can you tell me what kind of a relationship you can define in English words? There's many types of relationship, right? Mhm.
Friendship, relationship, like that,
Romantic. Mhm.
I guess like family.
Okay. Mhm.
Uh, mm, family, friendship,
Family friendship.
acquaintance, like someone you're not really close to, but you just know.
Anything else?
Mm, no.
Okay, very good. So yeah, as I mentioned, this is a new word, which is there's a new types of the relationship. But once you get to know the meaning, tell me in America already exists about this relationship or not? Because I'm not sure in American culture actually have this one or not. Yeah. Okay. So try to read this sentence first.
헌신과 낭만 대신 욕구와 필요의 정촉이 연애의 목적.
Very
목적.
good. 목적. Exactly. Yeah. And kindly, I already like gave you already like a searched it vocabularies actually. Okay, yeah. So try to check those words. Read and tell me the meaning.
헌신, devote oneself to. 낭만, romance. And then noun plus 대신 is instead of, whatever. 욕구, desire. 필요, necessity. 촉, satisfy. 연애, relationship. 목적, purpose.
Very good. Try to adapt those meanings in this sentence actually. So let's try to do together. Starting from here, devoted oneself, romance, but instead of. So when you see these in Korean sentence, we better start to translate from here to go backwards like this way. Instead of romance and devoted oneself, like that. Yeah. And so instead of those things, what things they're talking here? 욕구, desire, and 필요. It's a necessity, but here you see the possessive one, yeah. So we're gonna translate from here as well. So which is a satisfy of necessity. In English, does not make sense. What are they talking about? Satisfies of the necessity? Yeah. Talking about the satisfaction of myself, but the satisfaction require from the necessity actually. Yeah. Sounds is a bit complicated, but let me give you some simple example. Yeah. Uh, here I have a cake, and do you like cake, Christian?
Mhm.
Very good. So here I have a cake, and you can eat, and you can be happy. Yeah. But the well, there's a condition was a cake was already there. But you want cake yourself and you don't have a cake. In that case, like, this will be the perfect situation. So because of you want a cake, you have to go and buy. Yeah. Yeah. It's about the necessity, which is you want to buy and because you want. Yeah. That's the example. So because already something that you have that makes you happy. No, not about that. Something you wanted, so you go get it. Example. Yeah. And then continue. Here's another possessive as well. So we're going to translate from here. 목적, purpose. So purpose of relationship, but talking about the romantic relationship. Yeah. Try to put all together. You can do literal translation. Literal translation, as I mentioned, not really work all the time. Yeah. So try to do literal translation in this sentence. How would you like to say? Take your time. Yeah, it's a bit difficult actually.
Instead of I don't know. I don't understand.
Okay, it's a bit difficult actually. So remember, we are talking about the relationship and especially talking about the love relationship. And normally for the love relationship is required romance or devoted to yourself, like a dedicate yourself, it's a committed, committed, the couple committed and the sacrifice themselves. Yeah, we can put that as a hunjin as well. Yeah. So those two is the most important resources for the love relationship. Yeah. But we're talking about the instead. So those two things is not that important anymore for the situationship. And then what is important here? Yeah. The purpose of the relationship is here. This is the important part here. Yeah. So for satisfaction of the necessity and desire. What are they talking? Oh, yeah. So can you guess?
Romance isn't needed in a relationship, rather just satisfying the other one's needs.
Very good. Another way to say in English, there's a very famous word actually, something more for sexual.
Hookup.
Hookup? Oh, that's okay. What about this? Did you ever hear the word called friends with a benefit?
Oh, yeah.
That will be the example actually, but still that's not fully can explain the situation. I will explain why. Here's a actually definition. Yeah, it's a bit long sentence. You're going to read it. I will explain. Yeah.
깊이 있게 사귀는 건 아니지만 연애와 데이트의 기분은 채워줄 수 있고 하지만 더 이상의 발전에 대해 암묵적으로 합의하지 않은 것을 의미.
We very good. Yeah. Okay. So here, this part first, actually. So 깊이 있게, which means like deeply, as an adverb, deeply. But the 사귀다, which means having a relationship, but the serious relationship, like a love relationship. So, which means relationship but deeply. And here, 아니다 is a not be. So, which means not having a deep relationship. Not having a deep relationship, but here man from 하지만, like which is a but. 연애, yeah, the relationship, but with a serious love one. And the date. Before get serious, we start a date first, right? Yeah. And the 기분, yeah, feeling. But look at this, 기분 plus, preposition, 기분 plus possessive, yeah. So which means the feelings of the date and the relationship, love relationship. Yeah. And here, 채워줄 수 있다, which means able to fulfill, able to fulfill. So able to fulfill the feeling of the date and the serious relationship. Yeah. But still talking about the not getting too deep involved in it. Yeah. Not really get serious for the relationship here. Yeah. And 더 이상의 발전, which means not any more development. Yeah, no more development. Yeah, and here about no more development. 합의하지 않는 것, like not negotiate, not negotiate. So here, 의미 means meaning. So meaning for not having a negotiate about a serious relationship, like a no more serious relationship. Yeah. No more serious development. You can put that way as well. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say, basically, they're not really committed. They're not really having a serious, deep relationship. But about this situationship is can you fulfill about the feelings of the relationship and the date? But the both are agree, like as a, like a silence agreement, yeah, about like we are not going to develop anymore. Yeah, like that. So what is that and why this is happening in Korea? Actually, be honest with you, nowadays, like a young Korean people, let me put that as like a 20 or 25 years old, they are like this is a kind of like a trend right now. Yeah, trend. I will explain why this became a trend, but before that. So what actually they gonna do when they start a situationship? So they can have a sex, yeah, no problem. And that they can actually like a being on like a boyfriend and girlfriend, yeah. But they are not really concerned about the I'm going to marry with this woman or I'm going to marry with this man. They are not even considering that. And did you know when Korean having a relationship, meeting each other's parents, that's actually the being more serious, Yeah. So for example, if you make a Korean girlfriend and one day she telling you, hey, do you want to meet my mother? Do you want to meet my father? Then you are really in the deep things. Yeah. Which means she even considering you make you as a future husband, for example. Yeah. So be aware. If you don't want to marry this Korean lady, but if she say like, hey, do you want to meet my parents? That's the moment you need to run away. Yeah. For example. Yeah. But in America, it's normal, no? Like introducing my own parents to my girlfriend, like having Christmas together. Maybe not. Yeah, maybe if they're really being a serious, maybe it can happen. But like just introduce my parents to my girlfriend. Well, it can be normal. What do you think in America? Yeah.
Meeting someone else's parents is also seen kind of serious. I
Oh,
don't think as serious as probably Korea, but it's like it's still you'd only have someone meet your parents if it's like a serious relationship.
interesting. So in America, also very serious, huh? Okay, very good. Yeah. Um, yeah, so but now let me tell you why this has happened. A long time ago, I explained about the 삼포세대, by the way. 삼포 is giving up three things, and the 세대 is a generation. So generation that giving up three things. Perhaps you remember anything about this?
Mm, mm-mm.
No problem. It's been a long time. I'll explain. Yeah. So generation, they giving up the relationship, but the serious one, like a loving one, and the marriage and having a baby. Yeah. They giving up those three things. But specifically young generation. So talking about the nowadays in Korea, like a 20, 30 years old, even including my generation, to be honest with you. Yeah, because of my friends in Korea, still none of them are married actually. Who's someone close to me? None of them married. Yeah. Anyway, so well, if I say directly because of the money problem, as you know, the house price is keep going up, and they like cannot have like a the satisfying life, which means the infinity how to say sorry, the Koreans' main goal like actually the dream is having their own house. Yeah, but it's a kind of more impossible nowadays because house prices keep going up. Yeah, and when Korean couple trying to marry, they must have a house. Like that's the condition. They each parents are pushing them. Like, hey, so where are you gonna live? You're gonna live in the rent house. You're gonna live in like a other person's house. No, that's so sad. You must have a house. Otherwise, I'm gonna buy for you. Like even they offer this kind of thing to their sons or daughter. Yeah. But anyway, nowadays young generation are pretty much independent and they don't want to ask the money for their parents or they want to have a house they own. Yeah, but it's a kind of impossible. So they like it's a kind of like the living without dream or living with a dream, but the kind of a almost impossible dream. Yeah. So this is happened like a long time ago, like several years ago. And with that, but I gave up the relationship and the marriage and the baby, but still I want to have a sex. I still want to have some fun. Yeah. So they created this new situation. Yeah. Which is called the situationship in Korea. So they want to have some fun. They want to feel like I'm having actual relationship, like the butterflies in your stomach, whatever. But they not really committed for like having a serious one. Yeah, like they obviously they not introduce their parents to their partner when they have a situationship. Yeah. Okay. Any question about this situation or anything you recognize from your school or anything you can share?
Mhm.
Nothing. You're young. You're the middle school. I know high school student, right? You're high school. The first year, is it? Uh,
Uh, According to the Korean system, yes, the first year.
According to the current system. Okay, very good. And yeah, so they're not really talking about this kind of like a boyfriend girlfriend, but no, not really. They're too busy for study.
I've heard the word before. I just never knew what it meant. I don't remember when I've heard it. I think it was a long time ago,
Mm-hmm.
but I have heard it being said, but I just never knew what it meant.
Okay, now you know the meaning, so you can explain to your friends actually. Very good. Yeah. And you can use this video as evidence if you need it. Eh? Yeah. Okay, very good. Let me stop the recording.